really beautiful. Wow, oh my god. Look at all these momos. That's amazing. Good morning guys from Kathmandu. As you can see around me is a massive mountain range and beautiful house. So I'm here right now in Nepal. This is going to be yet another first impressions video, so thanks for watching these guys. And today I'm going to take you guys around Kathmandu. So the valley we're in now, it's actually consisted of 3 major districts. So there's Kathmandu, Lalitpur, and Bhaktapur. And throughout these next few videos, I'm going to take you guys around to these different places. But today we're going to the major touristy places probably within Kathmandu itself. And whoa, some bees here. We can see guys, it's so beautiful. My first impressions of Kathmandu was when I landed from the airplanes, and you can just see these sprawling green mountains and these like colorful houses. Kathmandu is so underrated somehow. It's so underrated. And we're back on the bikes, taking it through the Durbar Square right now. Okay, we're here now at the outside of the Durbar Square. You can see it's already beautiful. This giant building over here. Looks like people are selling things here. My nice driver dropped me off here. So Durbar actually just means royal, I think, in Nepali. But before I go in there, let me check out these little stores. They have a lot of cool stuff actually. Statues, bracelets. But because I'm traveling, I'm not really in the mood to buy stuff, so I don't want to stick around too long before people start asking me to come and look at their stuff. But it's really nice. Knives, the singing bowls. Hi. It's very beautiful. And so to get here, I used InDrive. That's like they have a more local app, but InDrive also works here for the bike. And the bike costs about 100 Nepali rupee to maybe go 15 minutes on the bike. And it's cash only too, which I actually might get in trouble with later because I don't have that much cash and my debit cards aren't working too well for taking out cash. I think the cost to go in here is about 100 rupee, or no, 1,000 rupee. That's like 80% of the cash I have left. So we'll see what happens. It looks like people here are just chilling on top of these buildings, which is crazy because I think this place is many centuries years old. So I guess you're still allowed to hop on. Like in other places, you usually cannot touch the old artifacts, but I guess here you can. Wow, this is so cool. So I think I read that Kathmandu itself was potentially inhabited as early as 300 BC, so like over 2,000 years ago. So this stuff is like so old probably. This is pretty crazy. Okay, so apparently I was already inside, and I guess maybe because I look Nepali, I could have just gotten away with it. But I just paid 1,000 rupees to get my visitor pass, and I guess I have a pass to the royal temple here as well. I should have just kept on pretending to be Nepali. Okay, I just walked through the museum. I think video recording wasn't allowed, so I didn't record. But my main takeaway from the museum was that there was a lot of wars and fighting to unify Nepal in the 1700s, and then really democracy came about in the 50s, and modernization, everything. So pretty cool history. And now I'm walking, I think, towards the museum. You can see the beautiful architecture. I believe this is like some sort of Nawari wood architecture they have going on here. And now I'm inside the gate. And the one thing I don't like about this touristy marker, by the way, is I feel like I'm a sitting target. Everyone's coming up to me, offering me to give me tours of this place, or trying to sell me stuff. But it is what it is. Wow, look at this. So this is the museum. What's really blowing me away is just like the detailing on the wood. And the windows are really cool too. Plus is actually pretty cool. So in 2015, there was an earthquake in Nepal that really caused a lot of damage. And it's saying that the signs are saying that this palace was heavily destroyed, but now in cooperation with the Chinese government and the China Academy of Cultural Heritage, they're trying to restore this palace to its glory. So you can see, this is where it looks like the damage was from the earthquake. It's pretty serious. Looks like it's completely destroyed up there. At least this part's kind of reserved. Wow, so look at this. So there's a giant pit here that's like covered in green algae, but it's really beautiful. And can't go beyond here, but if you look beyond here, there's like a huge temple over there. This place is massive. Unfortunately, a lot of this place looks like it's closed off because of the construction, but still a good amount you can see. Okay, so just finished with that Durbar Square. It was pretty interesting. Not like the most to see, but when you walk out, there's just like a bunch of stores here, and then you keep walking down the road, is this crazy busy street. I believe this is New Road, and there's gonna be a lot of shops here, as you can see over there already. So I'm gonna go check that out and see what happens. And this road is so much more poppin'. There's like clothing stores, there's juice places, little souvenirs, jewelry. Looks like this whole street is jewelry stores. Gold, diamond, gold, jewelry. So I guess this is where you go if you want to buy gold. And the wires here are impressive too. It's like, it almost matches the craziness of Chiang Mai. But not quite. I think Chiang Mai had a little bit more crazier wires. Oh wow. I love how there's just like random alleyways you can walk down. This circle is really interesting. So there's a lot going on here. There's like mini streets, and there's just rows of mini streets and small alleyways. That's actually so cool. And like on the streets, there's just like these little stupas everywhere, which is so fascinating. I'm assuming a nice replica shoe store over here. And I wonder if people like live up above here. Like if these are just the storefronts, and then maybe people live above the storefronts. It's really cool. And the buildings here look so old. Wow, it's so beautiful. Whenever I go down one of these roads, I'm always curious like how people compete. Pretty much every store on this one road is selling the same kind of stuff, you know, these dresses. Wow, and these streets just like go on, you can like walk forever this way, and then you can walk forever in that direction. I can't even see the end of this long alleyway. People have like the stores hidden inside of these like old looking buildings. So I think I just saw on the map that the road behind me was the Bazaar Road. So I guess, yeah, that's just a bunch of bazaar stuff. And when you walk out, there's just a bunch of spice. There's really everything you need. And there's like this construction going on here. Tour group over there, which is nice to see. Pigeons hanging out on the wires. And now I'm kind of crossing this bridge. Whoa. Beautiful lake over here. Oh, Durbar High School. Wow, that's crazy. Imagine going to school here with this giant market right behind you in your backyard. I couldn't. I have to say the lake here actually looks very clean. Very nice. Very well maintained. And this is kind of a peek at the Nepal traffic. One thing that I noticed that's different between here and India is that there's definitely a lot less honking. I think I even saw a few signs that were like, no honking allowed. So it's so much more quiet than India. So it looks like there's a little like temple stupa here. People can come and do offerings and pray a bit. And there's a dog chilling here as well. These look like maybe taxis. people are pretty jammed in there, I have to say. I don't know if I'll be trying one of these anytime soon, but it actually looks very comfortable. The nice cloth seats. Came across a mosque, which honestly is a little surprising because I didn't think they had a huge Muslim population, or I didn't even know they had mosques here in Nepal. Try to cross the road here. You see there's a lot of oncoming traffic. And boom, we did it again. I would say that one was a little harder than I would like. And the contrast between the Durbar Marg street and then the bazaar back there is like immediate. You just walk on the street and suddenly you see like all these watches, Swiss. There's like a Apple store over there, Apple stuff. A lot more armed security guards. Very different compared to back there. Okay, here is the epitome of modernization. Is ta-da, KFC, the Colonel, Pizza Hut. So at the end of the Durbar Marg, the road looks like the Royal Palace, and I'm not going to go in now because it's 1,000 rupee to get into there too, and I just don't have that much cash on me anymore. But I believe this is a museum, and this is where you can see where the massacre happened. I read about this massacre a year or two ago, so I kind of forget, but I think there was some sort of overthrowing of the current government and people were killed. And it was a royal massacre because the royal family was the one that was actually, I think maybe the son of the former king. Could be completely wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah, you can go see the museum here. And there's also a big mall right here, looks like Times Square. This is actually really cool. So on the top floor of the mall, it's like 5 floors, there is a Himalayan Java coffee, which I think is a really good coffee chain here. And the views inside you can see are amazing. It's like such a good view of the palace from here. So I'm inside the store now. You can see they have a bunch of different teas, coffees, and then food, although the food is pretty Western. I think what's the best part is the view. Look at the view. You can see all of the mountains over there, the valleys, better view of the royal palace, and then the street as well. Move tables to the couch because I want to chill a little bit. So this is I ordered the masala chai tea. Sorry. I know chai means tea, so just masala chai, and it is piping hot. So I think you can add, this one is just made with black tea, cardamom, a bunch of different spices, and you can add sugar if you want. But I like my coffee black, I like my tea strong and bitter as well, so I'll just drink it as is. Okay, just had my coffee, or sorry, my chai, and I am imbued with more energy. So now we're going to the great part of Kathmandu called Thamel, which is I would say the major touristy section where a lot of like people go, where they stay before they maybe do the Mount Everest hike. And right away what you notice is that suddenly all these like Columbia sportswear, the North Face, all these like all these, what's it called, outdoor stores start popping up everywhere. So I think people come here and they buy their gear and whatnot, and then they go do hiking. That is not my plan. Right now, I don't think it's the right season anyways for hiking. But I do not plan to do any crazy Mount Everest hikes. Respect to everyone who does do that because that is crazy. What's kind of been fun too over my last few countries is that they have rickshaws, tuk-tuks, all different kinds of names. And Nepal has their own version of it as well. I think they also call it tuk-tuk, but you can see it's more of a bike than kind of an electric motorcycle or even like a three-wheeler like it was in India with the rickshaws. We can kind of just see here everything already is more touristy. There's Korean food, there's spas, there's yoga. I think a lot of tourists who come to Nepal, they're more of the hippie type. They come for the yoga retreats. And yeah, this section is just definitely more catered towards that. But obviously I think Nepali people come here as well. This is like the party section. There's like clubs here, dance clubs, dance bars, whatever they call. For some reason I keep seeing these giant knives. I don't know why. Wow, look at all these knives.
Still they are used in Nepal as a utility.
Utility, okay.
Chopping woods, bones, meats.
Oh, really? So if I go into like an auntie's kitchen, I'll see her chopping these.
Not kitchen. Usually we don't use law.
Oh.
But in jungles a lot.
Oh, in jungles. Wow. It's very cool. So this is like a Nepali version of like a machete. This is their utility tool. I think what Nepal also has a lot of is yak wool. Yak is like a giant water buffalo looking thing with like horns and everything. And I guess they have wool too. I didn't know that. Yeah, Thamel's kind of like a giant souvenir shop in a sense, mixed with a lot of utility. Not just souvenirs, but like utility items, like clothing and everything you need for hiking. There's spas here too. Okay, I've come here for this place called Old Everest Momo Center. I heard that's like a really good place to get momos. It looks like I have to cross this crazy road. Man, this one looks crazier than normal. Waiting for my moments. Dang, I can't believe I did that. That was crazy. We made it. We're here for the Old Everest Momo Center. So you can see, you order whatever you want, and you get a ticket. Oh, thank you. And they bring you the momos. They have all the momos back there, which is beautiful. Oh, thank you. So the momos here are only $1.40 for a plate. So that's like, what, $1 something cents? And they add this nice chutney to it. It's cut in half here. So it looks like I got the buffalo kind. So the sauce is like a peanutty chutney. It's spicy, has a little bit sour taste to it. And yeah, the buffalo momos are absolutely delicious. So back here they have these giant, like I guess for cooking it, I guess the water is in here and it steams. And they have the momos cooking over there, which is really beautiful. Wow! Oh my god! Look at all the momos. That's amazing. That's crazy. It's actually nice here. It's like a sauna.